The utility knife is known by many other names. Carpet knife, box cutter, sheetrock knife, and craft knife are just a few. All those names reflect the many uses for this retractable knife and its incredible versatility. It comes in handy every time. In 70 years, the design of this retractable utility knife hasn't really changed much. Why mess with a concept that works? A hollow case with an interlocking nose for the blade, held together by a single screw. It can be easily unscrewed to access spare blades inside. To make the blades, carbon steel uncoils into a die press. A roller takes up the slack as the steel inches forward for each forming. The press scores the steel to rough out the shape of the blades, punches notches for attaching them to the handle, and stamps product information onto them. At this point, the steel is just a little stiffer than tin foil. A trip through a 25-foot-long furnace toughens it up. Exposed to scorching heat and then quenched by water, the steel hardens significantly. After the brand name has been printed on the steel, the ribbon of blades rides through a grinding station with different stone grinding wheels. They sharpen the steel edge. The steel now passes under an induction coil that radiates heat to further harden the cutting edge. A machine called the breaker snaps the steel along the score lines. It spits out the unwanted triangular bits between the blades for recycling. The blades flow out of the breaker and into a steel channel. A pusher moves them down the channel into a tray. This system snaps and packs 250 blades a minute. They insert one blade from every production run into this tester. The tester moves the blade back and forth repeatedly to slice through thick stacks of paper strips. This gives them a measure of the blade's sharpness and durability. The transformation from blunt metal to razor-sharp blade is complete, and the utility knife blades are ready for the gripping part, the zinc case. They cast the back and front of the case in a die. The parts then bounce around in a vibratory bowl along with pyramid-shaped ceramic rocks. The friction smooths the rough edges. After about a half hour in the vibratory bowl, the casing parts are blemish-free. They head into the next station. Here, workers collect them and examine them for defects as they hang them on moving racks. The racks will take the utility knife parts through a wash station to get rid of a dusting of zinc and ceramic residue. It's kind of a power wash for the knife case parts. They ride by a high-pressure sprayer for a thorough cleaning. After that, they take a trip through a dryer to prepare them for a powder coat finish. Once the powder coat is baked on, it will protect the zinc utility knife from corrosion. The powder coat gives the utility knives a finish that's tougher than conventional paint. Heading into the unload station now, a blast from an air gun knocks the parts off the rack. Thanks to the tough finish, they land without a scratch. The utility knife parts are ready for assembly, and the worker uses a special fixture for that. She places the bottom half of the knife in a recess in the fixture. Handling the blunt side of the blades, she inserts 3 of them into the case's storage compartment. She also tucks the tab of an information card into it. Next, she installs the retractable mechanism for the utility knife blades. She places the other half of the case on the assembly, and then actuates an auto screw gun to close the knife. They assemble over 40,000 utility knives per day at this factory. Now that's cutting edge. If you have any comments about the show, or you'd like to suggest topics for future shows, drop us a line at sciencechannel.com/.